Picked off. Smart. Bounce pass. Back to Tatum. Plenty of time. Hits another one.
Man. What are we witnessing here?
It is crazy good.
47.
All right, how about that? I mean, the Miami Heat wouldn't go away, so Jayson Tatum just decided to put them away with a 49-point effort. Anyhow, it's Tom Giles with you for Celtics Postgame Live, brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. I'm in for Amina Smith tonight. And Eddie, you just look at what Jayson Tatum was able to do. And I know you're rooting for him to get the 50 there. He had that chance at the three.
We want that.
But, you know, you'll take 49 in this situation. It's the 7th most points he's ever scored in a game, and that includes playoffs, everything else. But, you know, it felt like Miami was really hanging around, and then the Celtics decided, you know, that's okay. Jayson Tatum's going to take control and just put him away.
Yeah, and I wanted him to get 50 in all honesty, but at the same time, I think it was just all about the win, because if he really wanted to get to 50, there they had an opportunity. They took the shot clock violation late. He could have had an opportunity to shoot the ball, go to the basket, and try to get to 50 or get to the free throw line. But I think he looks at it more of a, I'm trying to get the W. This is a team thing. I put in my work. This game is put away. There's no need for me to do anything and rub it in their face when another team might do that to you. But it just shows that he took over when he needed to.
Yeah.
I mean, he stepped up and made all the big shots. And in the fourth quarter, the Celtics took care of the basketball. They were a little careless with it, a little lackadaisical with it early on in the game. And then in the fourth quarter, they took care of the ball. They had a total of 4 in that last one, the shot clock. So it was only 3 turnovers they had in the fourth quarter, and that's where they were able to get some separation.
Yeah, they didn't have a turnover, I think, after like the 10:30 mark in the fourth quarter. So that really was when they kind of separated themselves. Speaking of Jayson Tatum, he's standing by with Abby Chin back at the Garden.
Jayson, 5th straight win, 5th straight game. You guys have scored 120 plus. Clearly playing with so much joy. How much fun are you having out there?
It's a lot of fun, especially the way that we started. And this is a good test. You know, this is it's a team that we've been competing against for the last couple years. And regardless of who's in and who's out, we know we're going to get their best. It's a hell of a coach team. You know, they compete to the end. So this is a good test for us, you know, to have to battle.
You put on an absolute show, 47 points. I know you wanted that. 49, thank you. I know you wanted that 50. I'm sorry. I missed the free throws. But, I mean, playing in the presence of royalty, did that spark anything for you?
Yeah, I'm just glad I hit some threes tonight. I've been shooting terrible from the 3, so it just felt good to see some go in. You know, I missed the free throw, but, you know, I'll get 50 again one day.
I'm sure you will, Jayson, as Jalen chases Deuce around. But Jayson, you are hearing, I mean, MVP chants broke out tonight in the first quarter. What does that mean to you?
That means everything. You know, it's something I've dreamed about as a kid. And to hear it in front of our home crowd, in front of the best fans in the world, you know, it holds a special place in my heart. You know, I love this place. I love being here. And hearing that during the game gives you, you know, chills. And I'm glad we got a win.
And you said it, this Miami Heat team, always a good test, no matter what the records are. How tough is Friday going to be?
It's like a playoff series, you know, when you start playing these 2-in-a-row format. You know, they're going to go back and watch film. You know, they might have some guys back. And there's a lot of things that they're going to want to do better and vice versa. So, you know, it's going to be tough on Friday, but looking forward to it.
Jayson, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, you take a look, and as mentioned, the 7th most points he's ever had in his career, Eddie, and just this list right here, he's been above 50 or more 6 times in his career, and I think we're only going to see this list grow, too, from Jayson Tatum, but just it's amazing to watch, and it just seems like it's coming to him so easily at this point for Tatum. And we got Scal at the Garden now, too. Scal, I'm going to bring you in here, and just what impressed you most about what you saw from Jayson Tatum?
I mean, to be honest with you, we're a much better team than Miami, and I don't think we win this game without him. The way his poise throughout, like getting other people involved, his cuts open up the floor for other people. So, I mean, I get the 49, the big-time shots. He was on one right from the start. Like, he was ready to go. And so I just feel like there's games where role players win you games. There's games you're going to win no matter what. I don't think we played well except for Tatum, and I could throw Brogdon in there. I mean, other guys like had some decent games, but I don't think we win this game without Tatum today.
Yeah, you was lucky because you got to watch him put on a show tonight. Be live and direct and see it happening is totally different from watching it on TV, right? We know that he's putting on a show, but when you there and live, it's a different energy. The garden is behind it. And, I mean, he came out knocking down. When he's knocking down his three, I mean, he pretty much is unstoppable. When he starts knocking down that three at a high clip like he was tonight, 8 from 12. But the most important stat to me is I always say when Jayson Tatum is engaged, he gets 7 or more rebounds. Tonight, he had 11 rebounds. That 49 points, we needed every last one of them because this Miami Heat team would not go away. But the show and the showmanship, the way that Jayson Tatum played tonight, put the team on his back, let everybody else that doesn't know about him, that he's not knocking on the door, he in the room. He's in the room, and if you don't think that this guy is an MVP candidate, you need to go get some glasses or go get some LASIK surgery, for real.
I mean, you're talking about the rebounding there, Eddie, but how about the play that we saw, and I don't know if it was in the third quarter or the fourth quarter, when Tatum was diving on the floor and somehow comes out with the ball. He's surrounded, this is a play right here, surrounded by 3 Miami Heat players, and somehow gets it to Derek White for the dunk scout. I mean, and you gave him a Tommy point right on the spot. That to me was one of the biggest plays of the night.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was great. All the big stuff he did, we saw that. But I think also the little stuff, like Eddie's right. Like when you're live, you see a guy, you see his interaction, you see the way he's talking to the officials. You know, when he's engaged defensively, you see the way that he misses a guy and goes over and says, you know what, I'm going to get you next time. So, like Tatum today I played with some superstar players, and just being on the court with them makes you a better player. The Boston Celtics, every one of the guys on the Celtics benefited from having Tatum today, whether he was getting buckets or wasn't. Wherever he was at, Miami was fully aware, and he opened up the floor for other guys.
Hey, Scale, let's not get this twisted either, right? Understand it, Jayson Tatum, understand it. This is a team that you possibly might see late in when the playoffs start. This is a team that you have a rivalry with. This goes back to the Big Three when they went to Miami with D-Wade, LeBron, and Chris Bosh going against the Celtics Big Three of Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen. There is a rivalry there, and understanding that I think that's why he's engaged. He understands, I don't care who's out on the court, and he said it. He alluded to that. It doesn't matter who Miami puts out there. They're well coached. They're going to play hard, and if you let your guard down, you will lose a game. To me, that's showing tremendous growth as a player and understanding, okay, I'm not only playing for tonight, but it also sends messages. This also sends a message down the road. Now, you come back Friday night and you get another victory. It's just trying to show that we are a different team than we were last year, and it's not going to come down to one shot like it did in the Eastern Conference Finals. We should be able to put y'all away because we are on a different level.
I mean, it's like the other night, too, because I thought that Miami played pretty well in this game. I mean, honestly, I think they were right around 50% from 3 until late in the fourth quarter there, Scal. Yet the Celtics still beat them by double digits, and a lot of that had to do with the ball movement. Once again, that continues to be when you see them playing at their best. How do you think they handled the zone defense, and did you like what you saw as far as ball movement?
I mean, to be honest with you, I hate to say this, we had 134 points. We had 32 assists. But we had 17 turnovers. I just don't think we played like great basketball. I think Tatum was great today. I think Brogdon made timely shots when he was out there when Tatum was not out there. But in general, I just didn't think we played our style today. And defensively, I didn't think we were up to snuff. I will go back to what Eddie said. You're talking about the Miami Heat, right? This week, we're seeing the Heat twice. Next week, we see the Golden State Warriors. I feel like Tatum was going to be different for those games because of what happened last year against the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals and what happened against the Warriors in the finals. It looks to me like he's on a mission to prove. I'm going to prove to Luka Doncic that I deserve the MVP. I'm going to prove to John Morant that I deserve that. I'm going to prove to the Miami Heat that last year was just a fluke. Like, I'm on a different level than you guys. And I think next Saturday, I'm going to prove to the Golden State Warriors that like we had this conversation, it was close, but what I did last year was unacceptable. I'm going to take it to a new level. So I like when I see players on a mission. I'm seeing Jayson Tatum on a mission right now.
Oh, that's for sure. You definitely seeing all them games you just talked about, Scal. Let's not gloss over Brooklyn and with KD coming when they're going over there. All those is marks. You know, these are guys that you look and say, okay, I handled my business against him, and we got the win. Those things stack up when it comes down to MVP voting. But I'm with you, Scal. I didn't think that we played particularly well tonight. I thought we were stagnant a lot offensively. I thought we ran 5 out. They ran that zone defense.
I was going to say, how much of that was because of the zone?
Well, I don't care if they're running the zone or not. You still have to get some penetration at some point. We just passed the ball around the perimeter and ended up taking threes. Jayson Tatum bailed us out a lot by making those threes tonight. If those threes don't go in, we might be having a different conversation about who won this basketball game. When the Miami Heat play, and they play a lot of zone, when they play zone like that, you must get paint touches. And I don't care if it's with the pass or with the dribble, but you have to collapse that zone. And once that happens, when the shot goes up, and we've seen it happen earlier, a shot goes up, there's nobody to find a body to box out. You compromise them on the rebounding situation. You could crash the glass and get second chance opportunities. I thought we were really, really complacent on the offensive end, and I thought it bled into our defense at times too. But luckily, we had Jayson Tatum, and he did superstar things.
All right, Celtics get the win, 134-121. Thank you, Scal. Let's send it back out to Abby, standing by with head coach Joe Mazzulla.
Joe, the Heat, always a good test, no matter what the records are coming in. What did you learn about your guys tonight?
We keep fighting. We have the ability to make adjustments in the game. Our guys clearly know when they're playing well and when we need to be better, and they did a great job holding themselves accountable to the game plan and then to moments of where we could get better. And so, like you said, the Heat bring the best out in you, and so that was good that our guys responded. Speaking of playing well, when Jayson Tatum is going like that, do you say anything in the huddle? Do you have to draw up plays, or does he just go? Stay out of the way. Yeah. How challenging is it to face the same team twice, even though it is at home, and you know that the emotions are going to be high for them? It's a challenge to win one NBA game. It's a challenge to win a playoff series. And so this is a good opportunity for us to watch film, figure out what we did well, where we can adjust. And it's no different than playing in a playoff series. So you've got to do it. I'm truly impressed that you were able to maintain your focus, coaching in front of the Royals like that all night long. Thank you. I did not manage the same. Joe, thank you. Thanks.